Paul Wilson's ethnic less democracy, less debate, less choice, and less scrutiny. Hello and welcome to the second video in the series of exposing the truth of what has been going on at Appnex HQ in sunny Brisbane, Australia. My name is Vish and I'm from Pakistan, speaking on behalf of NRS members. In the first video, we exposed the truth behind so-called governance changes at Appnex. If you haven't watched it, click here to watch. In the second video, we explain why Paul Wilson Appnex has less scrutiny, less democracy. You, the Appnex community, have less choice in 2024 elections. Appnex have successfully achieved their desire to slash the number of candidates standing in the elections for 2024. Executive Council's elections under Paul Wilson, Appnex now has less accountability, less debate, and less scrutiny due to changes championed by him and some in his team to limit the number of candidates eligible to stand for election. The Appnex Executive Council elections are the only formal way for Appnex members to hold the Appnex Secretariat to account. There are only 5 candidates standing for elections for 3 seats up for election in 2024. This compares with 13 candidates seeking the election to the 4 seats in 2023 elections. 2023 saw increased turnout and participation from across the Appnex community, with candidates coming from a more diverse cross-section of the Asia-Pacific region and included a female candidates, all whom were bringing a fresh ideas on how best Appnex should be governed. Of the 5 candidates standing for election 2024, 3 are seeking re-election, leaving only 2 who are trying to win a seat on the prestigious governing board. There is only one new candidate who has never stood for election before. Unlike 2023, there are no women standing for election. Shamefully, Appnex EC will remain all-male community with only one new voice in these elections. Paul Wilson is granted to fill at least 2 out of 3 of the vacant positions with individuals well known to him, keeping the new executive committee firmly under his control thanks to systemic and institutional bias that bites small committees trying to scrutinize organizations that have been under the control of one individual for decades. Rather than opening the Appnex to scrutiny and accountability, it seems that Paul Wilson, who has been in charge of Appnex for a remarkable 30 years, has been successful in championing a policy that restricts diversity of the views and choice in the 2024. This outcome followed changes to bylaws in 2023, which criticized argued would reduce the choice, scrutiny, and democracy in Appnex. Appnex senior management, under the direction of Mr. Wilson, were accused of the rushing through bylaw changes to the election criteria and ignoring those in community who argued for more democracy and oversight by opening up the election process to allow more diverse and debate to be heard. The fears expressed by the community in the consultation have become a reality. Paul Wilson Appnex has come under increased scrutiny in recent years with regard to governance and corporate governance and allegations of mid-management. Appnex's response was to try and shut down accountability by restricting the eligibility criteria for elections in an attempt to limit the number of Appnex members eligible to the stand for election through a rushed constituency designed to restrict eligible criteria and participation. The lively and interesting 2023 election champion revealed that Appnex was effectively controlled by one man, Paul Wilson, forcing it at long last some changes to the governance structure. When an organization accused of poor governance and mismanagement, it often feels under attack and retreat to a closed shop of individuals with a vested interest. A confident organization with nothing to hide welcomes scrutiny and accountability. If powerful ethnics feel confident in their position, they would have encouraged the greater participation, the election process. Not less, the restriction in democracy and ethnic raises more alarm bells about what is going on behind the closed doors. Queensland, Australia's Sunshine State, RIRS, do not need to be run like ethnic. Arraign in the North America is a great example of the bottom-up community-driven governance. Is it the gold standard accountability despite the successful attack on restricting accountability by ethnic NRS members or calling on all ethnic members to participate in the elections? NRS members will be looking carefully at what the candidates are saying and what will be endorsing candidates based on both their track record and new ideas. The ethnic secretariat have an interest in keeping voting numbers low. It is essential that your voice is heard. By voting, we can and we will slowly change this old boys club into organization that truly represent us all, whoever we are, wherever we are. Number of resource, society members, work with the support, the work all well run and accountable RIRS and NRS members are endorsing candidates for APNIC 2024 who share our priorities, which are 1. Strong champion of the community, lead bottom-up governance. 2nd, ensure the executive team APNIC is head accountability members. 3. Ensure the APNIC membership funds are well spent managed. 4. Support APNIC to become a carbon neutral by 2030. 5th, champion a free market where businesses are free to run unhindered. If it's a good enough for you, colleagues in North America, it should be good enough for Asia Pacific. It's a sadly true though. Whatever the results of 2024 EC elections, the old boys closed shop network, the APNIC release will remain intact, and meaning that the voice of the community will not be heard in election, will be noted through the community that has never shown any desire to really scrutinize and what APNICs are spending our money and whether is it being a well governed. The only winner in this democratic force for now is the Mr. Wilson and his mates. Thanks for watching. To see who NRC members in the APNIC EC elections, for more information visit us at nrs.help and follow our channel here for even more news updates.